soft wine, blue eyes belly. Hey, what's up, everybody? We got a fun little rare battle series here that I recorded, and just wanted to see if we could do a long video and if this would be better in the future, or if you guys like when I break down each game to make it easier to access. I'm not sure how to do timestamps yet, but maybe it'll be easier just to put in the description later. This moment right here, going into the purple mirror match, I was like, oh dang, I really want to throw this 5-drop away, but super clutch that I did. And we're about to see our opponent play a 1-drop as well, and you'll see the hesitation that they have, but decide to keep. And I just wanted to point that out because it'll be pretty crucial later in the game. And I think it's a beautiful opener to show how this game, although it is very, what do you call it? RNG driven, whatever, just, the random luck aspect of it. Bless you to my puppies and my dogs in the background. Sorry if you guys hear them. I got a puppy and an old gal playing while I'm working in my living room. But there's a lot of thought that goes into setting up in this game. Like, sure, the luck is real too, but if you don't have the proper energy and the targets for when you flip over a raid card, bless you, when you flip over those raids and you don't have the energy set up, and you see that, hey, you should have had the forethought, and then that's when you start opening up your gameplay lanes where you're really, really thinking ahead in moments that may or may not happen. Because you can always hope for the best, but you got to plan for the worst. That's at least what we do here at S.W.B.B, because we're surely wanting better, baby. See, right here, I just want to be aggressive. I knew that I had the zeros in hand to kind of back it up for the next turn, with the Bankai in hand. Oh, and then right here I messed up. My opponent points it out. And I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I got a little ahead of myself because I knew I could play the 3-drop next turn. And actually right here we see a 3 energy, but we leave that on top because that's too good. Swing our 25k in. Ooh, we hit a 0 life right out the gate. The best kind of pulls. All the other games that I enjoy playing, it really comes up with the mulligan. In the sense that, hey, if your opponent's playing this, now you're looking for this card, and then no, none of that really happens in Union Arena, not yet, at least, because sure, you could have favorite matchups all day, but especially with the cards that reduce their energy cost based on the other color the opponent's playing. But nothing crazy in the sense that, hey, this card in my deck completely neutralizes this deck's main objective, and etc. So I think it's really fun, and especially when I teach people that, hey, you'll see success in this game even if you just sit around practicing by yourself the lines of play, because it's really just seeing how many more combinations you can get, how much energy you can manipulate, and just kind of expand your turns to show accordingly. And it starts with, opponent hits a great hit on mine as well. They go to swing 15k, block with 25. It's always okay to try, but you never know. But back to the opponent setting up really well, filling up the back row, and starting from there, you should always have 4 in the back row, and slowly but surely fill up your front. If you have good rotational skills and you have good energy access, you should consistently do this throughout your games. And sad to say, purple is probably one of the best decks at doing this, especially with putting powerhouses and good options. At this point, we haven't seen any Renjis. We have 2 kill cards in our hand. We have a 5-drop Ichigo. We're just kind of taking it simple, but we're gonna Bankai here. I don't remember going so aggressive, but honestly, for me, I like playing really aggressive, full tilting, and playing that Bankai, put those extra cards in the grave. Ooh, there's the Renji. And I was about to say, setting up for the Renji raid and the Ichigo raid with those options there. We decided to banish 3, leave 2 in the grave. Take that out. Take out their 1500 Ichigo. And 1 more here. So hopefully be filling up the back row and setting up more solid raid options next turn. Looks like we are. Ooh, and we're just gonna hard cast a big body in the back. And if I remember correctly, I think that 4-drop ends up sticking around. So, see, we're gonna swing the 4K first. I prefer to put my bigger swings in, but you know, it's up to you. Swing 25. Hopefully he'd crash out with me. Didn't want to do it. Sees his Renji, has no raid targets, and then, you know, kind of back to what we were saying earlier. Having the Rukia and Renji raid options right there would have been super crucial to his gameplay. And as we note here, that he only has 3 in grave or in the sideline. Sorry. So Renji wouldn't have had the ability pop there, but being able to block a 2500 swing after would have been nice. Same thing with the Rukia that he saw previously. But I mean, I understand why not a lot of people play the 3-drop Rukia. It's a little wonky, and 3500 stat line isn't necessarily where you want to be, especially with no power boosting to make her more of a viable threat. Because I mean, once you get to the end game where, especially you're in a purple match, it's only 4K bodies putting up, you want to have something that's going to consistently trade out when you're being aggressive. So, opponent here, really deciding their plays here. But they have 4 energy represented in those Kisukis, if I remember correctly. I don't play those because the green Bleach deck, there's a couple people at my locals that like to play it, so they punish you for cards like that. And then we see the opponent just dumping. We see Rukia in the back, Renji in the back, and then a raid. See, and then again, 3 cards in the trash. So no option to kill one of my little guys. Also hitting my 0 life, so 2 life so far, no triggers. 3 life, no triggers. And then we see a double block there. You know, again, you can try. You can always try. You never know. Preferably you don't, you know, cheese your opponent out of those moments. But also too, keep in mind, I mean, although it might not be a super crucial moment, but putting those extra cards in the sideline of a purple deck might be costly to you. You know, imagine. You never know what that trigger could be. So we see how nasty the hand is. You know, you don't want to get rid of nothing when you throw out a Bankai. It means you're playing efficiently. You don't need the extra action points. So we're going to see the Renji go to the kill card, leaving him with only 1 4K body and a 2500 Ichigo, and I believe it's a little Renji. Something smaller on the front line. So use the Rukia ability there to draw and discard first. We see a block 4K, swing 2500 in. And our opponent here is down to 3 cards in hand while we are at 1. Right here, I'm just pulling out the going winner card because it's so cute. I just wanted to show it out. So right here, I believe my 2500 is landing. He gets a 0-drop Ichigo to his hand. Now I swing 4K in, no ability. And the 4-drop Ichigo also has no ability. No trigger. Let me see the block. Right here, we're looking good, looking healthy. The back row's full, front row's full. Opponent down to 3 in back row, 2 up front. They would have to use all 3 action points to fill their field back up. That's also a good position. It's very cold, so I was tucking my hands under my tummy. I'm sitting here watching that. Sometimes you gotta bring a sweater when you bring just the sweatpants. Opponent really thinking here in their movement step. Pushing the Rukia forward. Which actually, now that I think about it, I don't know why they were thinking. Push that Rukia forward all day. Because I got 4 energy being created that no one's going to touch. So I believe I have 1 card in hand. So my next turn isn't full of options. But it was a draw 1, discard 1 with the Rukia. So we did get to have a choice there of that 1 card. Discarding Uria. I don't even know how to say it. It was 0 drop, draw card, discard. They also have a kill card, we see. Beautiful. But like I said, to us, in this moment, it's even better for us because that's 1 less character coming down to the field. So we see 2 action points used on 1 character slot. Like I said, they are producing 4 energy. It's more about the significance of the rotation. Those are blockers and attackers that are potentially being shortchanged the next turn, only having those 2 in the back. So with those 2 removals, he has removed both of our big 4K bodies. We'll let the 4K come through. Right out the gate, we see a kill card taking out the Ichigo he just brought out. Ricky is swinging in. Boom! What is that? What were we talking about? The setup to raid Rukia. Now that hand that was so underwhelming is going to see a refresh. 3 draws and ditching the double Orihime. We are in a solid position and we get the block. And now we have more of a detrimental hand for our opponent. And when I was in this moment, I was just like, God is at work. You know, he never leaves you. If he brought you somewhere, he never leaves you just to leave you. So we push up our 1-drop Ichigo. We get ready to use a kill card. And then we're going to see a 4-drop Ichigo using the impact. He got a little mad. He threw his cards down. He's like, just play it out, just play it out. He was a good guy in the end, but it threw me off. People that I play with in other games get really upset, so I was hard to gauge if he was upset for real or just upset in the RNG is getting to me. But again, this is why I play the game, the RNG. It's so random, you never know what's gonna happen. So now here I swing the 4K impact. So now he's like, screw it, I'll take it. And hits Orihime. Oh, in one of our fun games, he had flipped over a 0 life in our last life. But yeah, I mean the RNG is something that you can't explain it. That's nothing you can control. It's completely out of your wheelhouse. You just gotta accept it and hopefully play around it, and that makes for a funner gameplay because you're not just trying to outwit your opponent. You're trying to outwit the randomness. So hopefully people watch this and realize that you got to take these things with a grain of salt, But we see the 0-drop Ichigo come out to get bounced right back to hand with the Orihime. We're producing 2 energy going in the second. Opponent making it to 2 energy now for 2 action points. They put right into the front row, going aggressive on us, and now they're swinging on us. Oh, and I went right into One Piece mode. Sorry, I took the hit like it was One Piece and picked it right into my hand. For those who don't know, One Piece is a very similar game where when you take your life hit, it goes to your hand, not your trash, even if it triggers or not. But right here, we're getting a little of the same medicine we gave our opponent last turn. So we're going to throw out a 25k to fight their 2000, I believe. So sorry for the glare on their deck. We're playing a green Bleach in this matchup, and they're very solid. I mean, of course, all these decks are Bleach, and you can probably tell the color is green. But this is the deck that freezes. Not sure all the names, so bear with me. But you at least get to see the gameplay here, and then if you know, you know. This card here, I'm not going to butcher the name, but it lets him look at the top 4 cards, I believe, and pull out 2 of the same high school type cards. So that 4-drop energy card he grabbed is crazy. That's the one that freezes. It's like Togayishi or something like that. But that Fox card is also nothing to sneeze at. Has double damage built into it. I'm saying you're reading these cards like, damn son, where'd you find these? Or I don't know if I did the sample right. Where'd you get that from? Yeah, because I'm like, damn, you know, this card has a whole book written on it, and it could freeze the back row and something on the front line when it comes out. So it's something you want to understand and respect, that's for sure. Yeah, look at the smile he put on my face. Because damn, I'm reading it again. Like, damn, we can't do all that. We can't do all that, can it? You know, when I played football in high school, my dad used to always tell the coach that you come with all that and a bag of chips and Coke. Like, damn. Make sure you're staying hydrated. So we see that freeze card come right out and swinging 4K at us right here. I believe this is about the point where I'm thinking this guy has just got this wrapped up. He started way more aggressive. He hit a really bad trigger, hit my 0 life trigger, and he is just pushing in the board. But you know, kind of mess with the golden rule of filling up the back row. But maybe it's not true for every deck. Damn, do I got 2 kill cards in my hand again? You know, and then everyone was like, damn, bro, so lucky. And I'm like, again, you know, I'm when I hear the word lucky, I hear the word blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. God is at work. I let him fight my battles because, dang, I'm like, it's not fair. It's not fair. I told him I'm glad I got all these stuff on video because I wouldn't believe it either. So here's me filling up the back row. Bankai. Use the kill card. Take out that crazy 4K. And we're going to play the Rukia, swing in 2500. It's always risky putting a big body up front. So that card allowed him to draw a card with the trigger. But yeah, it's always risky putting a big body up front that you didn't get to use for an attack. Better to play him in the back row, but we're just trying to answer some of that aggression we had to deal with early. I believe we're down to 4. Our opponent's sitting pretty at 6, so we really want to start putting up defense for them. Yeah, I'm down to 2 cards in hand. One is a kill card, but one is Renji, not very aggressive. We're really hoping for out of life triggers here for raid options. I mean, I felt like putting down the 2 Ichigos with the double energy 4000 attack bodies were the better choice going into next turn. I mean, assuming that he's going to push back on me right now, because, like I said, my hand was kind of lackluster. And he goes right back into another card to rest and keep tapped down. We hit a trigger to play a little guy out of the grave and did not have a little guy to play out of the grave. So that color trigger was waste. And then he swings and then we block. It looks like we drew into a Rukia, so I can't be mad at that. The opponent sitting there with a 2K body and a 4K body. I'll pay the extra action point to draw. We want to see some more options. Producing 7 energy right now. Had to make sure that was Orihime. Pushing forward to 4K. Kill the 4K on his board. Going down to no kill cards is a little scary, especially when the last card in my hand, I believe, is just a Renji, and honestly, I think just another Ichigo. Swinging 4K with the Rukia. Give the 3500 boost there. Swing 4K in. Oh, I believe this was his color trigger. Got to play a 2 or less out of hand. So my 2500, he blocks it. See, his triggers were going a little crazy. I was starting to think that I was falling behind. It was not feeling great. I mean, I know it looks great looking back down right now. I'm like, okay, got a bigger board. Necessarily not sure what he has in hand, but you know, they don't know what we got in hand either. You never know. It's a bluff game too. But he's back right to a full board himself, playing out a 4K. This was a 2-action character that has impact built into it. I'm sitting here like, again, reading this card because damn. I'm trying to remember. It had a second ability that was just so nasty, so crazy that I was like, damn, he has to go. He sits around, he's gonna cost me the game. But again, this is why you want to be very conservative with those hits to life, you know, especially with the impact floating around so heavy in a lot of these decks. I mean, pretty much every deck has it built in somewhere if you look to play those cards. But you want to stay, I mean, 3 to 4 life if you can. I mean, because at that point you're in danger of getting impacted. So we take the extra draw. Looks like we got a Bankai. Push our 4K fighter up again. We're producing 3 energy. Play a Renji in the back. Play a Rukia in the back, keeping that Bankai for next turn, I guess. Swinging 2500 out the gate. Then 4K. Gives a power boost. Swing 4K. See another block, and then swing 4K. I had a guy when I tried to switch my blocker the way he just did and got super aggressive. So I literally was like so happy to be like, no, bro, it's okay, man. You can switch your character. Because literally it doesn't matter. We're just playing a game. Bless you. So we see that back row fill up. The front row is looking healthy for him. And we're seeing a 4K impact swing. This card, it restands characters, so I was trying to see why you would play something with an on-play effect but not announce it. And I guess, yeah, it goes the road. So I get to draw a card. That's my Rookie S3 drop trigger. Swing 4K. Oh, no, not swing. Sorry, I was blocking. Use the extra draw. So, I mean, with the full board, the way it is, I mean, it's literally a full 8 on full 8 right here. Me representing more 4K swings this turn than he does. I believe I'm down to 2 life, so I am in a pretty scary spot. Now we see the Renji overtake. A4, or remove 4 cards to banish or to kill something or remove 3,000 power off a character. Sorry, not necessarily killing with the text, but removing 3,000 power is enough to remove that character and have it fall to the sideline. Then we see a Bankai hit the restand of those two cards. Oh wow, did we find another kill card? We did. So we're gonna see the energy fill back up. You know, as I was thinking then, I think I was thinking I should put the Renji down, and I didn't put the Renji. I put down a 3,000 body, thinking that would be more crucial going into the next turn. And now we're swinging out. We took off two of their characters. Get an add to hand, 4K block. But because of those two characters we were able to remove, it put us in a lot greater of a position. Now we are down to 1 to 2 life. I have an aunt that believes that when you tap your knee, it messes with your heartbeat and it regulates your brain patterns or something. So, I mean, she's an old school doctor from the old country. Whether it's true or not, whenever, and then I'm sitting here watching him tap his knee while he's thinking his turn out. Whenever I see someone do it, it makes me remember my aunt. Her name is Auntie Tway, and she would give you a little firm yet loving smack on the leg or whatever little body part you were tapping. You know, because to be fair, it might be annoying as all heck. I don't know. Paying 2. I don't know why they paid 2 action points there. Maybe I missed something in the gameplay moment. I just was surprised they pushed their whole row. Yeah, the extra action point. Oh, super block it all. It has a full hands, just no Bankai, the toss, and that was a good game. I mean, I was telling him, I was like, shoot, that did not seem very one-sided at all until I pulled those 3 Gidatsus or Gitchus, whatever you call it, the Gitchus. Again, I mean, shoot, it could look very bad, it could look very good for you, and that story can change. This is my buddy Rolo, he's a sweetheart, so I asked if he could just kind of show off his hand. I'm bad with these green Bleach decks, so that's for all you people that know green and no Bleach. Hopefully you get some sense. But in my hand, I had 3 kill cards in the opening. I had a buddy who was sitting there watching me in that last game, kind of standing over my shoulder watching us play, and was like, wow, you're just so lucky. Wow, oh my gosh. And I'm bless you. And I'm just sitting here like, dang, I mean, I wish I knew. I wish I knew how much you knew the Lord's working for me. I hope you open your heart, let him work for you, my friend, because sheesh, it might be a card game, but I think he works in all things. But these 3 cards in my hand, I just was feeling all the presence of the Lord. I had to show Gus in the opener and drink my squirt. But to be fair though, it was a little bit of a weird play around not having crazy openers like I normally do, because I mean 3 of the 7 cards in your hand aren't going to advance your game. But I mean, I did have a Bankai that I had in hand along with the 2, not the 2, I had a 0 and a 1 drop for the early game, and I was like, you know, at least the 1 drop will get me some filter. I'm playing second, so I'll get the draw. Hopefully that'll fix my my game state. We go right up to 3, play the Bankai, play the Ichigo, just setting up our raids, and then we'll put the Rukia up front. So again, like I said, I mean, I'm just trying to keep that format going and just see how well it works. A Bleach Renji Rush, and hopefully it works for you guys. And also, if you've made it this far, thank you. Because I mean, shoot, I'm sitting here drinking water, trying to entertain myself while I watch this, because I'm like dealing with puppies and stuff. Hey, what are you doing? I got puppies running around eating stuff off the floor, biting on wires. Make sure you're taking care of your pets and your babies. So in the movement step, we're seeing some spice of life. It's a Bankai of his own. Yeah, right here I'm just checking the numbers after that Bankai, because I'm like, damn, how am I getting whooped on so hard? So many guys coming at me. Flips my life, and he gives me an Ichigo. We get to use it in Mill 2 because the Mill is not a May. But sitting here looking at a big board, nothing can get taken down with the amount of cards on my sideline, so no sense in using it. Draw for turn. Looks like we drew into a Renji there. So we're going to see a push forward of the 1-drop Ichigo. Playing a Renji down. So now we are set to get an Ichigo raid or a Renji raid or a Rukia raid, actually. Now that we're really talking about it, we see a Bankai, and we're left with only 3 cards in our hand and 2 action points. So I wonder how we're going to use them. Using 2 of those 3 kill cards to take out the big threats, the double damage and double damage character. Two good characters. That hit gives them a 3,500 boost, so they're in a good spot yet again. But we get to overswing and take out a life that adds to hand. Opponent really thinking this turn out, because there is a lot of options in that hand of his. I'm just sitting here hoping and praying that I hit another good trigger. That's the only thing keeping me in the game right now. Like I said, Blessing and the Curse, seeing 3 kill cards in the opening hand. I mean, although it's great to kind of stabilize, like that's how we're back to a somewhat good board right here. But you give up those slots of your own threats and own big bodies. We see a raid of the Togi or Togishigishi, and he will be resting our Ichigo. I can't even think anymore. Oh my god, Ichigo. We see a trigger. We're checking our grave, and I am super hard thinking, because I'm like, you know, I do have the option of grabbing an Ichigo or a Renji. Although we have raids for both already. You know, I'm like, you know, let's add the extra one since we only have 1 target for Rukia and Renji right now. And I mean, the 2K stat line isn't the worst if it came down to just blocking with little bodies. But here we're rewarded for that long pause and think right there, because we draw into a Renji, use the extra action point, draw another card. And for a second, I'm like, you know, should we go crazy? But we'll just use those 2 action points to keep killing. Kill one of the little bodies, and then pay 1 action point to kill his big 4K. because we don't like our stuff being frozen. Swing 4,000. He hit a kill card, kills our frozen Renji. Swing 3,500. Get a draw on discard with the Rukia. With that top life. And then now we'll swing 2,500. And they will block. The kill card was very fair. I had seen so many at this point. It was definitely fair. It's hard for both of us to keep a board right now. And then right here, I was wondering because he only had 4 energy being shown, but he actually had been up to 5. Or sorry, I thought it was only 3, but he had 4 because of the standing energy. And that card he plays right there restands the character, but it attacks and hits my Bankai, my 0 life energy, so nothing good out of that trigger. Drew an extra card, nothing good there either. Playing the 1-drop Ichigo to the back, putting it in the trash. See right there, super big misplay. Had the Kiseki in hand. I mean, I played it to the front for the 3K body, of course. Drew and discarded with the Rukia first. But definitely should have put the Kiseki in the back, pushed the 3-drop Ichigo forward for the 4K body there. Would have been a lot more solid of a turn. But you know, it is what it is. You'll see more why here in a bit while it comes up. There's a kill right there with that double action character. Not sure what the requirements are and how it works, but that is what kills my Renji. So now we see some solid swings in. It's not looking good for your boy. Our 0-drop trigger lets us draw a card, and then we draw into a Renji. Use that extra card to draw. So their board is looking nice and healthy, while ours is looking wimpy. Super regretting not using that Kiseki in the back now, because we would very much love to have it. Right here, really debating my movement step. Oh, we opt to keep that in the back. We'll raid. Pulling 4 cards out of the grave to go ahead and draw and give impact to my 4-drop Ichigo. Right here, super clutch moment. Really wondering if I should put the Rukia in the back and leave it as is, but we're just trying to really push the envelope on our opponent, especially with him having impact on board. So we get the double Orihime discard, so you know that hand was necessary to get rid of. Kiseki swing 4K with the Rukia and then 4K impact, hitting him down to 1 life. So this is where the game is super scary, super interesting for both players. You're really walking on eggshells, trying to decide how to use your turn. Opponent also opts for the extra draw using that action point. Both of us with healthy hands, probably not healthy options, because we're both definitely digging for better. So we see a straight play to the front, play from the back. I believe this is 4K double damage, so block that. This is 4K impact. And then I'm just double checking with the other characters what their abilities are, so nothing crazy. So we definitely take the impact. We think we can raid here, but we don't. Our opponent is gonna let us know. You know, you just get caught up in the heat of battle. You're like, dang. Plus, who wouldn't want a 5-drop trigger right there? You know, a lot of people don't know this about me. I can't read. No, I'm just kidding. I love everybody. There ain't no joking about that. Frederick Douglass came a long way, and he walked so we could run. But we see the Uryu play to the back, right? Is that what I'm doing to draw and discard? Am I not drawing? Oh no, it's Ichigo. Sorry, it's Ichigo. That put us to 5. So now we can use the 5-drop Ichigo, and we'll remove all we can to kill that, and play another Ichigo that has impact. He's at 1 life, so now we'll super remove. Oh, well, 8 for the character. Oh, and then 4 for one of the Ichigos. So that's what that was for. So now we see a last swing with impact, and it is not a 0 trigger. Good game, Rolo. Good game. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great night. Stay tuned. I got a little more content of the packs that I won and some cool stuff that I pulled out of it. Winky face, maybe the thumbnail. But thank you so much for watching. This is a winner from the last event I went to. I went with the Blue Bomber deck. Maybe I'll post for it. I love you. Bye.